My Heart Is That Eternal Rose is a heroic bloodshed drama crime thriller film. I found out about this from Accented Cinema. He talked about how it tried to copy the heroic bloodshed John Woo movies that were coming around that time. So this one came out in 1989, around the same year that Hard Boiled did. But this is about three friends. One of which is, the only reason why I watched this movie is for Tony Leung. It's one of his early films. He's younger in it, but he doesn't show up until about 45 minutes into the movie. He's a low-level gangster that befriends a woman, and she basically had a raw deal because her father is a retired gangster who had to do a job for a crime lord. The job went horrifically off the rails, and he, had his life was in danger. So she decided to hop into bed with another crime lord in order to make the other guy back off. And so for the last few years, she's been sort of she's a sort of muse, I guess. Or the boss's girl, I guess. And her father has become an alcoholic because of this, and her real love, his name, Rick, he basically had to leave town after the incident as well. So there's a lot of backstory for these characters. It's more of a drama for most of the movie, but then around halfway through the movie, the plot changes, and basically the main girl, played by Joy Wang, her name's Lap, she wants to leave, and the boss won't let her go. So, when Rick returns to do a hit job, their paths cross, and they want to escape with the help of Leung's character. So this movie has a lot of action sequences at the end. There's a couple of shootouts that are pretty wild, but the movie doesn't find a good way to sort of blend them together. Most of the movie's kind of sleepy. It's sort of like love triangle stuff going on. And then the second half of the movie kind of drops the ball because it doesn't know what direction it wants to go into, because it's trying to go for this sort of one last job sort of vibe with high stakes. But then some character motivations are very sketchy at best, or they're revealed later and they don't make sense. So the movie sort of comes to this sort of contrived ending that doesn't feel earned or doesn't really make sense. And then at the end of the movie, you're kind of feeling hollow because you've been following these characters for so long over the years, and you don't really have a very satisfying conclusion. So My Heart Is That Eternal Rose is one of those movies that it has a decent cast and everything, but nothing really comes good together. I mean, I like Tony Leung, I like Joy Wang, but nothing really gels well together for a satisfying movie. So I give My Heart Is That Eternal Rose a 4 out of